to 11:30 a.m. It's all about the day-to-day activities in the Nigerian political space. View.
Okay, guys, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're watching from. Please like, subscribe, and share. Right, hit the subscribe button right here. Remember to check this book. It's out now. It's on Amazon.com. Hip Hop and Igbo Core Culture. By yours faithfully, Martin Ifan Shweke. You could also check it out at Saint Teresa Catholic Church, Omonia. It's available. It's also available here at the 103 of Half FM. So pull up and get your own copy. Stick around for the news. You're welcome.
All day, every day. Who's back? Hit it! Everyone, 103.5 FM.
na mmụọ nsọ Angelus
Mama Kosebru Agwaptal Maria.
O wetụrụ ime site n'ike nke mmụọ nsọ.
Ekene Maria Ijiptel na Grace Osebru Anonyeli. Ịdị ngọzi n'etiti ikporo niile. Ọ dịazị ngọzi bụ nwa afọ gị Jesu.
Maria dị asọ nne nke Chukwu. Rịọbara ebe ndị nje arịrịọ. Kịta na amanọnwa anyị. Amen.
Nyaju odibo nwanyị nke Osebru ụwa.
Ka o rere m ka isi kwu.
Ekene Maria Ijiptel na Grace Osebru Anonyeli. Ịdị ngọzi n'etiti ikporo niile. Ọ dịazị ngọzi bụ nwa afọ gị Jesu.
Maria dị asọ nne nke Chukwu. Rịọbara ebe ndị nje arịrịọ. Kịta na amanọnwa anyị. Amen.
Okwu emela arụ.
O ebinyela anyị.
Ekene Maria Ijiptel na Gracia Osebru Anonyeli. Ịdị ngọzi n'etiti ikporo niile. Ọ dịazị ngọzi bụ nwa afọ gị Jesu.
Maria dị asọ nne nke Chukwu. Rịọbara ebe ndị nje arịrịọ. Kịta na amanọnwa anyị. Amen.
Dabara anyị ayọ ọnne nke Chukwu dị asọ.
Ka o wetụrụ n'aka nkwa nke Ekwesị.
Ayịyọ. Anyị na-arịọ gị o Chukwu ka erinye Kraịst anyị n'ime obi anyị. Ka anyị bụ ndị nje butere ozi ọma wee mara iwere arụ Kristi nwa ya site n'afọ ya na obi ya wee bata n'osite na mbilite n'ọnwụ ya site na Kristi dị anyị.
Amen.
Otito dịrị Nna na Nwa na Mmụọ Nsọ.
Etu ọ dị n'isi na metụta na ebo niile n'ụwa ebe ebe. Amen.
Otito dịrị Nna na Nwa na Mmụọ Nsọ.
Etu ọ dị n'isi na kịta na ebo niile n'ụwa ebe ebe. Amen.
Otito dịrị Nna na Nwa na Mmụọ Nsọ.
Etu ọ dị n'isi na kịta na ebo niile n'ụwa ebe ebe. Amen.
Ka mkpụrụ obi ndị niile kwere gara aga
site n'ekpere nke Chukwu ka ha zuru ike na ndokwa.
ka mkpụrụ obi fa zuru ike na ndokwa.
Amen.
onye nwe anyị nọnyere ụnụ
Narịkwara mmụọ gị.
ka Chineke dị ike niile gọzie ụnụ Nna na Nwa na Mmụọ Nsọ.
Amen.
Ekpere a bịara gị site na nkwado ndị Love Bite Food and Beverage Limited Nnobi. Ndị na-alụpụta Love Bite Bread nọ na nọmba 1 Nwotu Mmadụka Close, Umulu Nnobi, 081-49-82-82-54. Everyone at the FM, 24 hours of information, educative, and entertainment programs. Can't stop, won't stop. On everyone at the 103.5 FM. Listen to news updates on Ebon Adi 103.5 FM immediately after Angeles 6 o'clock a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. weekdays. Stay tuned to be updated, to be informed. News updates, live reports. Ebon Adi FM breaks the news with actuality.
And believe that people are hoping for a new Nigeria.
You can as well listen online via mixlr.com/GistFM.
Good evening and welcome to Ebona, the 103.5 FM news update. Today, Thursday, the 25th day of April 2024. And the time is 4 minutes past the hour of 6. Martin Ifan Shuku Ekeze is my name. The headlines. APC knocks Soludo for denying rampant kidnappings in Anambra. Abia. Group tackles OT on alleged smear campaign against Ibazo. National Library seeks increase government funding to promote reading culture in schools. Ihedioha. Over 10 more PDP chieftains dump party in Imo. Anambra community rejects newly elected monarch, seeks Soludo's intervention. Giuliani. Meadows. 16 more Trump allies indicted in Arizona election probe. Now, details. APC knocks Soludo for denying rampant kidnappings in Anambra. The Anambra State chapter of the All Progressive Congress APC has tackled the state governor, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, for denying that there is high insecurity in the state. There have been stories of kidnapping in Ukuru community close to the state capital, with some victims recounting their ordeals recently. This had prompted many people to urge the governor to wake up and work towards dislodging the gang, which victims have identified as Fulani herdsmen. But in reply to this, the governor's press secretary, Mr. Christian Abunime, dismissed the incidents as issues of lies in his reaction to the claims that the incident was a lie. APC urged Soludo to stop fighting crime by making press releases. In a press release by the party, which was signed by the Okelue Madokife as a publicity secretary, the party said, "This is not the way governments work. If indeed the right quarters of government digested that narrative that is full of specifics, the only thing that would have made sense at this stage is to acknowledge that of the narrative." Abia. Group tackles OT on alleged smear campaign against Ibazo. The Nigerian Citizens Watch for Good Governance have called on Abia State Governor Dr. Alex Oti to focus and channel his energy into governing the state instead of propagating lies and fake statements that cannot be verified. The spokesperson of the group, Maduka Samuel Maduka, disclosed this in a statement on Tuesday in Abuja while reacting to the recent outburst of the governor targeting his predecessor Victor Ibazo. The statement read, "We find it slanderous on an act of character assassination, the smear campaign against the former governor, Victor Ibazo. It is absurd that a sitting governor who has barely spent a year in office with a lot of work to do is running around making speeches full of lies and giving fake statistics at the detriment of the people he was elected to serve. In light of his recent comments, we demand facts to verify his claims. We urge him to give the name of the so-called contractor to publish reports, detailed and accurate reports of all the doings he claimed have happened. He cannot, because these things never happened, and he is lying about them. Just as he lied about 247 light in Aba, he is a habitual liar who suffers from murder, and soon the truth will put him in his place," he stated. National Library seeks increased government funding to promote reading culture in schools. The National Library of Nigeria has urged the federal government to increase the funding for schools to promote reading culture among students. The head of NLN, Enugu State, Rachel Nebo, made the call during the 2024 World Book and Copyright Day, organized by the Nigerian Copyright Commission and held at NLN Enugu on Tuesday with the theme Read Your Way. World Book and Copyright Day is a specific date set aside by the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization to celebrate writers, authors, and publishers, and to promote the enjoyment of books and reading. The event was attended by some primary schools pupils in Enugu, teachers, and parents. The deputy director, Ms. Nebo, said the funding became necessary to address the issue of overcrowded classrooms and to employ more qualified teachers that would encourage students to devote more time to their studies than they spent on social media. She observed that some schools have about 50 pupils per teacher, making the class overcrowded. She called for increased government investment in education to improve learning environments and ensure access to quality education for all. Ihedioha, over 10 more PDP chieftains don't party in Imo. The entire leadership of the People's Democratic Party in Okigwe Zone, Imo North Senatorial Zone, has reportedly stepped down from their positions within the party and withdrew their membership, citing that the party no longer aligns with their political goals. Newsman reports that this is coming shortly after a former governor of Imo State, Emeka Ihedioha, renounced his affiliation with the party, emphasizing that the party lacks the ability to uphold his regulations or implement necessary internal changes. The other party chieftains who just announced their membership withdrawal had criticized the national leadership for disregarding the ongoing turmoil within the state chapter of the party, despite numerous appeals and pleas for intervention, which, according to them, have been left unresolved. During a press briefing held on behalf of the party's Okigwe Zonal Executive in Owerri, the capital of Imo State, Sir Stanley Ekeze expressed disappointment in the national leadership's failure to operate as a robust and effective opposition party. Instead, veering towards a path of inevitable failure and deterioration, the politicians noted that their next political steps will be made public in due course after relevant consultations and deliberations. Anambra community rejects a newly elected monarch, seeks Soludo's intervention. Tension is escalating in Ihite community of Orumba South local government area, Anambra State, following a contentious election of a new traditional ruler, Mr. Timothy Ifrunwa, sparking division among community members. Newsman reports that last weekend's election, orchestrated by the community's President General, Mr. George Mado, has been rejected by the Traditional Council and numerous community members who contested the legitimacy of the proceedings, represented by Barrister N.I. Onyaba. The Traditional Council, along the chiefs Aham Konye, Daniel Ifem Anundu Ephraim and Geoffrey Okeke, submitted a petition to Anambra State Governor Chukwuma Soludo calling for his immediate intervention to prevent an escalation of tensions. The petition urges the governor to dismiss the recent election and highlights a violation of local customs that mandate collaborative discussions between the town's traditional council and union before selecting a new leader. The council's legal representative, Barrister Onyaba, criticized that the election process in the petition to the state governor, Chief Geoffrey Okeke and Onowu Dominic Ahamokonye, also voiced their concerns, calling on Governor Soludo to invalidate the election process. Now we move over to the foreign scene. Giuliani, Meadows, 16 more Trump allies indicted in Arizona election probe. Rudy Giuliani and Mark Meadows are reportedly among the 18 allies of former President Donald Trump who on Wednesday were indicted by an Arizona grand jury, accused in efforts to overturn the state's 2020 presidential election results, according to newly released court documents. In addition to Giuliani, Trump's former lawyer and Meadows, the ex-president's White House chief of staff, 11 Republicans are accused of acting as fake electors, while asserting without evidence that Trump had defeated President Joe Biden in Arizona. While the 11 were named in the indictment on Wednesday, 7 additional names were redacted from records released by Arizona Attorney General Chris Meyers. Her office said the rest of the names will be released after they get served with the charges. The defendants named in the documents include Kelly Ward, former chair of the Arizona Republican Party, ex-U.S. Senate candidate Jim Lamont, 2 current state senators Jake Hoffman and Anthony Kane, and Tyler Boyer, the Republican National Committee's Arizona committeeman and chief operating officer of the pro-Trump Turning Point Action Organization. This is where we draw the curtain on news updates on Ohanaeze 103.5 FM. But before we leave, a quick look at the headlines. APC knocks Soludo for denying rampant kidnappings in Anambra. Abia. Group tackles Oti on alleged smear campaign against Ibazo. National Library seeks increased government funding for to promote reading culture in schools. Ihedioha. Over 10 more PDP chieftains dump party in Imo. Anambra community rejects newly elected monarch, seeks Soludo's intervention. Giuliani. Meadows. 16 more Trump allies indicted in Arizona election probe. You just listened to news updates on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. News produced and read by Martin Ifeanyi Ekeze. Thank you for listening. Good evening.
Listen to news updates on Ebona, the 103.5 FM immediately after Angeles, 6 o'clock a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. weekdays. Stay tuned to be updated, to be informed. News updates, live reports. Ebona, the FM breaks the news with actualities.
I believe that if we are hoping for a new Nigeria,
You can as well listen online via mixlr.com/GistFM.
If you know your history, then you will know where you are coming from. And in whatever you do, seek wisdom. Knowledge is power. Inugo Maka, the book, Hip Hop and Igbo Culture, authored by Martin Ifeanyi Ekeze as our number the first. Metal of Ebona, the 103.5 FM. There is a great insight in hip hop and Igbo culture. You can get this book or pick it up at a bookshop in St. Teresa's Catholic Church, Omonia, or at Ebona, the 103.5 FM Ogidi. You can also get this book at the Catechist office in St. Michael's Catholic Church, Abacha, or you go to www.amazon.com, search for Hip Hop and Igbo Culture by Martin Ifeanyi Ekeze. For further information on how to get this book, please call 08039167049 or you WhatsApp 08065796599.
How best can we talk about the challenges we are having on our streets, our community, our society in general? Street report. If we do not address these challenges on Ebona the FM, who will? As the happenings around us get as complicated as they can be. Street report is here to make sense of it all. Street report is causing social change across your streets. In your community. Street report is here with hardcore journalism to get to the roots of our problem. Why don't you join me, Martin Ifeanyi as our number the first every Friday, 4:30 p.m. on Ebona 103.5 FM as Street Reports unfolds in your face. On Emas in Ebona the corner 24/7, 24/7. Man is a political animal. That's why we all have our views on politics. Political View comes to you at Ebona, the 103.5 FM with Martin Ifeanyi Ekeze every Monday, 3 o'clock p.m. to 4:30 p.m. and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. It's all about the day-to-day activities in the Nigerian political space. Views of political actors from various political parties on political process. Views of labor leaders, and most importantly, your views. Views of the common Nigerian. Tune in to Ebona 103.5 FM or you join online via mixlr.com/GistFM every Monday and Saturday. What are your political views? Keep a date.
One them say no more. Ebe isi na agbadata Igbo na Anambra steeti ka ị na-eje nwanne bụ n'ogwu Jebena Residency Hotels Leofin Ogidi nwanne adị na-eli emechi ọnụ ma ọkụ ife dị mma nzo nwanne ife dị mma dị ya nwanne ije ebe bata na room arụ eju ọnụ ka oyi where you see luxuriously furnished rooms and suites dị mma nwanne banyego na their kitchen nwanne ebe a na-esi ife a na-ewemi aka sie ife ilisie ife ịdị oke ịbanyekwa na their outdoor arena where you can even have all types of events from wedding down to birthday party even na na-eme a nwekwara a very clean swimming pool of one residency hotels dị ofe Ogidi ọ dị na a very serene and secured environment at kilometer 13 Old Onitsha Enugu Express Road. You can also call them for reservation on 08140933512. Residency Hotels dị ofe Ogidi. If I da akọ n'ebe ọ na-adị nwanne m say no more.
Ladies and gentlemen, tighten your seatbelt as we take you on this smooth ride. Let's go! It's the morning
Okay, guys, thank you. Like, subscribe, and share. Right, hit the subscribe button right here. So check this out. This book, Hip Hop and Igbo Culture, it's on Amazon.com right now. Check it out right there. Martin Ifan Easy, was faithful. Now, you can also check it out at St. Teresa's Catholic Church, Umundi. Or you come to one at the 103.5 FM. Check it out. All right? You're up. Thank you.
Monday to Friday from 7 a.m. to 9:30